Hey you guys, welcome back to Angela, and on this topic I want to talk a little bit about how the empath gave the narcissist hope. You gave the narcissist hope. A lot of you know that you connected to narcissists through trauma bonding. A lot of times we don't really understand trauma bonding because we're so emphasized, and I say this because I spoke to a young girl earlier and she just kind of started pouring out everything to me and started shedding tears, and she put emphasis on how she shared her trauma with the narcissist. She's like baffled, right? She's like, how could someone do this to me when I shared with them everything that I've been through? And I've said that before, going through my healing, going through my healing. Those are one of the things that I used to also feel. So I understood everything she was feeling when she came to tears. And I wanted to kind of touch down on that again because I touched down on this earlier with her. So and this is just someone that I just met out and about, so we give the narcissist hope, and we don't realize until we heal ourselves that we are the magic in this world. Every empath is a star. Every empath has power. You have light. You bring life. You represent life. And once you've dealt with a narcissist and you realize there's nothing you can do to please this person, once you realize that you can give this person everything and they'll still fuck it up, once you realize that you can give them the things that they probably never had, or give them a new idea of what life can be, you'll see that they become jealous, envious of what you have. They feel like this isn't my fucking family, or they feel like they start becoming envious of their children because they see that their children are going to go to another level that they have not achieved. So that might even be a reason that will, I'm sorry you guys, give me 1 second. Okay, so that might be a reason why you'll see that nothing that you do, it's almost impossible. You can't change the narcissist. There's a billion people in the world, and if you know there's people in your life that walked away, your father walked away, your mother walked away, never looked back, or there was conditions to their love. I love you if you do this. I love you if you're the perfect child. If you've dealt with people putting conditions to your love, and you realize you gave love to others unconditionally without wanting nothing in return, right? You realize that type of light most people don't have. So as an empath, you realize that is your power, because every time you come across people, you might be alone, but you're not lonely, because for some reason a lot of people they're attracted to your energy, right? You might, they might make their assumptions on who you are. They might even judge you at first sight. They might think you're mean or something. They might think you're one way. And when you show people respect, a narcissist, they'll only respect you if they feel like you're up to par. A narcissist will only respect you if they can get something from you. They'll come around, act real arrogant, act like they make more money than you, act like they're better than you, act like they look better than you, act like what your position, your job, what you're doing, you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? But not everybody is like that. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is like that. So look at this dude. He coming in front of the camera for no reason, talking to me. It's crazy. Look, he just circling around staring at me. What is you staring at, my boy? This nigga is weird. Excuse my language, but what is he doing? Man, I'm telling you, hey, how many times I've made videos where people do this, like, you know, they'll just come out of the woodwork and shit on a video when I'm touching down on something. Here he come close. This nigga is weird. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. You are crazy. He coming to the door. Ugh. You guys. Look, I'm all about spreading the light. The fuck is wrong with him? The fuck? Go! What the fuck? The fuck is your problem? What's your problem? No, I ain't your fucking lift. He playing games. He trying to get a ride. He trying to get in the car and do some weird shit. I thought you were my lift. Boy, you don't even have a phone. You look crazy. I'm telling you, they out here acting crazy. That is when I'm talking about shed your light. I don't mean shed your light to these demonic entities out here, like these people right here, like this dude right here. Now, I don't mean shed your light to them. Look, I'm all about shedding light, but I don't want you to be crazy. Don't be out here being crazy, shedding light to everyone. And that's another thing, right? You brought the narcissist hope. When you're around these people, like people like him playing games and shit just to get in the car and do some weird shit, people like that don't have no light in them. Like, there's darkness, there's no light, and you need to understand that. So when you go through what you go through with narcissists, it's for you to understand, to protect your light. It's for you to understand that there's creatures like this, demonic entities all over the fucking place. And that's what they want. They want your light. That's why the narcissist stuck by you for so long. That's why they sat there like a student trying to study you, trying to study every move that you're going to make as an empath. They're studying the way you think. They're studying your emotional intelligence. They're studying all these things, and you're thinking you're going to change them. But no, they turn around and use everything against you. They use everything to gain another supply. They use that. So that right there goes to show to you the core of an evil person. They're evil to their core. Once you realize that as light, as an empath, you represent life. You're giving life onto others. People come to you. Empaths come to you. Narcissists come to you. And you're shedding light on empaths and narcissists. You know what I'm saying? I could shed light on my boy right here, but I choose not to give him that type of energy. I should not to show him no love, because he's trying to destroy. He's trying to kill me. That's how you have to look at it. I'm going to go shed light onto another empath. I'm going to go shed light onto someone who I know that is going to appreciate it. I'm going to go shed light into someone that I know when they get what they get from me, they're going to say, damn, I really needed this. Damn, I really appreciate this. Damn, why would you do this for me? I can't do nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? And likewise, how does it feel when someone blesses you as an empath and you really need it? It was the worst moments of your life. The people that came and helped you healed, or the people that you listened to that helped your recovery from narcissist abuse. So in life, we remember the good people and we remember the bad people. In life, the memories that we remember are the people who gave us hope and the people that tried to kill us. The narcissist will always remember who tried to kill him. The narcissist will also remember who gave him hope. But then they will also realize the ones that gave him hope, they tried to kill. As an empath, you realize that the ones that you tried to help tried to kill you, and the ones that gave you hope didn't want nothing from you. So you realize when you give people hope, you shouldn't want nothing back as an empath. And you realize even during the relationship, you realize you never really wanted nothing from the narcissist. You do realize that. You understand that. You understand that your love was unconditional. You didn't want, it didn't come with conditions. It came with conditions, but when those conditions were broken, you were still willing to thug it out with them because it was unconditional. And even though people told you it was wrong, even though when you felt it was wrong, you still wanted to give that person hope. So when you come out of this place, you realize why it's so important to give others hope. You realize why it's so important to understand that certain people are not even close to their being self-aware of themselves, or they're not even close to understanding what it is to lose or grieve. And this is why some people have a little bit more arrogance than others. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, you realize, okay, I'm not, it's like someone, it's like a child getting an attitude with you and thinking they know everything, and they're arrogant, think they're better than you. A kid or a young girl, whatever the case, right? You're not gonna sit there and fight and argue with the child when you already been through, you're older, you've already lived longer than them, you used to think like a child, right? You had to be reborn, and you're still in the stages of, and you're still not done. Your mission's not done. You're still a child under God's name, under God's law. You're still a child. You're still learning. You're still growing. But you're on another plane than a child. So why would you give a child energy? The narcissist is like a child. It's like a child that's throwing tantrums. It's like a child that's afraid. Afraid of life, afraid of growing up, afraid of having responsibility, afraid of feeling like certain things are expected of them, feeling the pressures of dealing with people's emotions. And so you connect to them through trauma, you connect to them through your emotions, thinking that that's what they want because they finally found someone that's hearing them and hearing what they got to say and actually cares. Because nobody really heard them the way you did. That's why they even brought these things up. A healthy person is not going to bring up their childhood traumas to you. I'm not going to go bring up my childhood traumas to anybody that I meet. Anybody that I meet, my childhood traumas are irrelevant. My parents' shit is irrelevant. So that lets you know they just wanted a reason to talk. They just wanted a reason to be heard. And then they took advantage of you, claiming that they wanted the same things that weren't given to them. And when they have it in their face, it's still not good enough because it's not coming from who they want it to come from. So the same feelings that they're giving you are the same feeling. Here come another snake. It's none but snakes on this fucking grass that I'm on over here. The grass is cut low and they're everywhere. Peekaboo, motherfucker. Peekaboo. Damn. It's like they know. It's like they don't even got to get too close to feel the energy. The energy is saying get away. And it's like they know, but they kind of want to come close. They like animals. Crazy. I'm gonna have to get up off this little spot I just pulled over real quick to make this video. But yeah, people don't realize that the narcissist, when you're around these people long enough, you know, hey, this person, these people can't magically just change for someone else. They ain't change with you. They ain't change with the people before you. They laughed at you before skipping to the next person. They literally laughed, spat on you, treated you like crap, put their hands on you, slandered your name, stole from you, and then they laugh and they go to the next person like trying to keep a straight face, trying to act like they're an adult, but it's a whole fucking kid. It's a whole child. I've been around narcissists long enough to know they're children in adult bodies. And then the thing is, as an empath, you understand your light is going to go out. You understand you're aging. You understand you're going to die. So everything that you do is to give light and life onto other people. But just like you give life, you also understand that there's death in this world. Death is, is something that you can't escape. And then you're going to die by yourself. You were born by yourself. You're going to die by yourself. And the thought of knowing that, you understand that just like you represent life, you are the gift of life, hope to the narcissist. The narcissist represents death. People die in the hands of a narcissist. The narcissist feels like, hey, I already figured out what my position, what my role is. Now figure out what your role is. So when you go out and you're blessing people, you have to focus on the people that need you. You focus on the ones that are close to you. The ones that you ignored when you were running, chasing, loving the narcissist more than you love God. You have to do right and good by the people that are doing right and good by you. You have to do right by doing the right things, even when it feels like doing the right thing is not beneficial for you. It's putting your pride to the side. It's being forgiving, So this is why I say that you represent life, giving the narcissist hope. They represent death. And when you really think about it, if the world was just, the empath makes the world go round, because imagine if everyone was just a straight up narcissist. Life is already hard. People are already suffering and in pain. Everyone's hurting. They might not say it, but everybody's hurting. So, and they're hurting because of the reality of the world. Because they're born into a world that they didn't ask to be in, a world that was created for us. A lot of people go through the motions with family, with friends, with jobs. You know what I'm saying? The stressors of life. Just the stressors of life. So if so many people are in pain, and so many people are turning around looking like, oh man, my family don't got empathy for me. Oh, I'm by myself in this world. But how many of you can say that people have done good deeds for you and you didn't even know them and they didn't even want nothing from you? Or you go and you're dealing with, you're doing paperwork, or you got to handle some type of business, and then somebody turn around and they're like, hey, I'll give you a discount on this. Don't tell nobody. Not don't tell nobody, but, I'll give you a discount on this. Or I give you this for half the price instead. Or it's okay, you can just have it. How many times have people blessed you, or you at the drive-thru and somebody like, hey, pay for the person behind me for their coffee? You know what I'm saying? Everyone has dealt with experiences with narcissists, and we're all in pain, but we've also had experiences where we had blessings and things that we couldn't explain, and things that happened at the right time, at the right place. So if there was no empaths in this world, it'd already be feeling like you in hell. So imagine if there weren't no empaths and nobody had empathy for one another at all. If everybody just extra narking it, everybody's a Jezebel spirit, it'll be nothing but what there already is: sex, drugs, all the typical shit. But it would be no empathy in people. There would be no boundaries. There'll be no self-respect for others, for their own bodies. It would really be a different kind of hell. You know what I'm saying? It already might feel like people are in hell and things, and when you get played and you get fucked over by a narcissist, you feel like you're dying a slow death from the heartbreak. But when you realize that everyone Even sometimes when your parents, when shit didn't work out, a lot of times people were conceived out of love. Shit didn't work out. But in that moment, that was life. In that moment, that was love. Making a creation. That was love. That was life. But death gotta come one way or another, and that's where the narcissist comes in. And that's why they say what they say. Here come this goofy goofball again. Being a goofy. What's wrong with him? He tweaking extra hard. Bro, get off my dick. For real. Like, get off my shit. Hop off my shit. For real. You can't even touch it. You can't even... you can't even touch it. Hold on, y'all. I'm watching my back with this goofball. This dude is extra goofy. How you tweaking on a whole stranger? You a whole weirdo. You tweaking on a whole motherfucking stranger, bitch. Go tweak on your motherfucking mama. Stop playing with me. And then his other tweaker friend waiting for him. And the fact, like, it's no cars over here and he keep coming close to my car. It's like, do you not see that I'm looking at you? I'm looking dead at you. Like, you think you Casper the Ghost or something? You think you moving fast and I ain't paying attention to you? I just know you can't do nothing to me. My doors is locked. I'll run your ass over before anything. I'm just kidding. I'm just talking, you guys. I'm just talking crap. But yeah, man. Speaking to that girl earlier, you know, and just seeing how she broke down in tears, and I told her, I said, kindness doesn't cost a thing. That was free. That was free game. I sat here and heard you out. You start oversharing certain things because you're hurting. And I decided I'm gonna let this person say what they want to say to me, even though I'm a whole stranger to them. I know you got it in you. It's bothering you. We spent like a whole hour talking. And she just started crying, and then she hugged me. And then she's like, oh, keep doing, you know, she's like, keep being yourself. And I thought to myself, right, in that moment, I'm like, it's crazy that there's so many things you can do and say to people that you don't realize that they need. And not only that, it's free. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I make content and I do stuff, like, I made everything, my titles, everything, I made it for a reason, because I knew I made everything based on what I was feeling, or my thoughts, or my experiences, or the things that I learned from these situations, things that I'm aware of now, that I pay attention to when I'm out in the world, when I'm crossing paths with narcissistic people. They bring death. So I have to bring light. That's my mission, no matter what. I'm going to die anyway, so I might as well give as much light so that other people can carry on, so that other people can remember. Because in this world, we only remember the good things that people have done and the bad things that people have done. So imagine all the good things that have happened to you have only happened to you because you conned your way into doing those things, getting those things from people. We've been through bad shit as empaths, but we've had some good moments, some good blessings. The narcissist sometimes even got blessed too. But when they look back at the people who gave them hope, the same people they gave them hope are the people they broke down. The people that gave you hope, you can give life to. The people that gave the narcissist hope, gives the narcissist hope, the narcissist brings death. And even if they don't mean to bring death, they bring death because they haven't gave anybody any closure. So they're gonna keep bringing death, and they are aware of that shit. So the fact that a lot of times these people never say sorry and things like that, that right there is already letting you know how the narcissist is doing. You don't got to be around these people to know how they're doing, because it's letting you know death gonna keep coming for you until you start giving life onto others. So they might start giving life onto the new supply and teach her all the things that who you were. Teach her how to be you. Teach her how to think like you. Teach her the things that took you years to learn, and give it to her and try to get her to grasp the shit real right away. And she still don't, and the new supply still in the clouds, still don't get it. She start to be an actor. She becomes an actor. She like, oh, that's what the narcissist wants. Okay, I could be that. But that's not who they are. Someone can pretend to be something you want them to be, but it don't mean that that's who they are. You can't mold people. You can't change people. You could think you can mold people. You can say, I'm gonna go get this person so I can mold them. Oh, this person, they've already lived too long. You can't mold them, can't change them. But the truth of the matter is, if someone's a narcissist, they're just a narcissist. So was an empath or just an empath? And it's up to you to decide, who are you going to give hope to? To the empath that is doing bad and they're hanging on by a fucking pubic hair and a string, and they're still like waving the flag and still having empathy and still trying to give love and life into the world even when they don't got much? Are you going to give life unto the empath, or are you going to go give life unto a narcissist that you're having that you're sleeping with, and you've been in a relationship with, but you really don't need to be there, or you don't got no ties to this person, and you're wasting all of your energy on this person when there's empaths around you. You got friends around you, family, you got people that will hear you out. And the thing is, when people make the narcissist their god, they stop giving life onto other relationships and friendships around their circle. And then when they turn around, they wonder why everybody gone. Because no matter, even if you go through ups and downs with people around you, you still got to water those relationships. You stop watering all your plants, and by the time you turn around, it was a whole field of nothing. It was a whole desert. You went from tropical weather by the beach, breeze, to hell quick, because you didn't water your plants, you didn't water your relationships. The narcissist didn't want you to flourish, and they didn't want anything around you to flourish, because their fucking field was dead. Matter of fact, they didn't even have a garden. They didn't even have a garden to plant nothing, to grow nothing, to begin. They didn't even have no soil. They ain't have nothing. You give the narcissist hope. Sometimes the narcissists, they come from good upbringings, and then they go around the way. A lot of people hate their realities. They got everything handed to them, but they'll go to the lowest type of creatures, the lowest type of narcissists, and give that narcissist hope. And the narcissist is envious of you. You don't know that. The narcissist wants you to admire them and think that they're at peace where they're at, but they're really in hell, and they're deceiving you. And when you do kind things and kind acts, sometimes you don't know if that person is even bad or good. That's why when you do stuff, you do it for yourself. That way, whatever happens after, you don't feel played, you don't feel used, because you know you did it without wanting anything in return. The narcissist exploits that. So if the narcissist feels like your life is better, they don't have a problem bringing you down, because in their eyes you can always bring yourself back up, because they feel like your energy. They feel like their energy. They feel like no matter where they go, the energy always brings them back to where they don't want to be. So they feel like the same will happen to you. And sometimes it's not the case. You just find yourself at peace from the torment that these people brought into your life. Sometimes you're giving the narcissist hope, right? And they want to be in your shoes. Sometimes you don't even realize what you have, what the power, the energy you had before them. Sometimes you don't even realize your own power. Sometimes you don't realize that this person wanted to exchange energies. They wanted to exchange lives with you. And you got to watch the narcissist live your life. You wake up every day like, damn, this is what it was. That's crazy. But it gives you reasons to forgive them. It don't give you reasons to want to take them back, but it gives you reasons to forgive them because you feel sorry for them. Like you did all this because you wanted this. That didn't even mean shit to me then, and it definitely don't mean shit to me now. I'm more worried about why the fuck would you do that to somebody? That's what I'm concerned about. The narcissist, you give them hope. A lot of times they were surrounded by a whole bunch of low vibrational people, and they ain't had nobody like you. It don't matter where they're at in life. Like I said, the narcissists, they come from a good family, but they were never being heard or seen the way you saw and heard them. So you bring the narcissist hope. You uplift these people in many ways. It's just more about the who's gonna uplift me when I need it, right? Eventually you get to the point where you lift yourself up and you don't need nobody. And the fact that the narcissist felt like they needed someone to uplift them and then tried to make it seem like they don't need you, that right there validates to you that you're the reason you're the reason they're at where they're at in the first place. You're the reason that they have hope. You're the reason they have hope. You're the reason they're walking to the bathroom and using the toilet and not pissing in bottles anymore. You know what I'm saying? You brought them out of that dark cloud, that dark place. But guess what? That dark cloud still around. And guess what? They can live in your reality, but living in your reality means that the tables can also be flipped. It means that they could be in your reality, but your reality was getting played by a narcissist. So guess what? Their reality will be getting played by a Jezebel, getting played by a narcissist. They're not going to let you see it. Once you realize life and death and that you bring life, you realize that person is dead. You gave them life, but at the end of the day, the circle of life is life and death. So what's going to be next is going to be death. You died, but guess what? Once you heal, there's going to be life again. And once there's life, things are going to happen. But you'll pull through them. And your purpose will always stand on giving life without wanting anything in return. Giving to those for, like when I give to people, I don't want nothing in return. I don't want nothing in return. But when people bless me, I'm like, oh, that's a blessing. But really, I don't need, when I speak, when I come on here and I talk, I don't need nothing from nobody. Yeah, yeah, you could book with me, yeah, cool, whatever. But besides that, that's not gonna stop me from making content. That's not gonna make me keep making it seem like, oh, I'll stop making videos because it's not making me enough money. No, because it's all about life and death. It's all about giving hope onto others. If we don't give hope onto the people that really need it, who are hanging on, if we don't give hope to those people, sometimes we give hope to people that are narcissists. That's not our problem, because that's not our job. Is to give light and not let anyone suck up all the fairy dust out of us. And when you do that, people feel you too, because they validate what you went through. They validate that they're human just like you. They're no different, no matter their color. They're no different from you, because we all suffer the same. We all are aware at some point, right? But the difference is that the narcissists, they will understand all these things, and they will go out into the world and they're constantly on demon time. You're not working hard enough. You're not doing this hard enough. You're not smart enough. You're not this. They're constantly competing out here. They're constantly working like demons, no emotions. You can't change anybody that's like that. You gave them hope, and they still hopeless. They hopeless as people. They hopeless as people. You don't go around to other people, to new relationships, and think like you're a good person now because this person's helping you be a better person. You should have been that better person the whole time. You should have been working on being a better person without using somebody. So when you hear people, oh, this person, this person didn't bring that out of me. Why were you with that person at all? If that person didn't bring that out of you, you would have known that right away, and you would have been like, I'm gonna get on. But these people will act, they act like, they will act like they were better than you, or they'll blame you, or try to act like it was something about you to justify a new relationship. But the truth of the matter is, yeah, people can make you, help you be a better person. You're a better person when they might teach you things that maybe you weren't aware of, or whatever the case is. Yeah, people can make you better. People can make you better, but you should already be good. You know what I'm saying? People can make you better, but you should already be good. You should already be good. People can make you better. Being in a relationship with someone can make you better, but you should already be good. You don't want to bring trauma into a relationship, because you don't want to be a relationship to be based on trauma, because when it's based on trauma, then when that other person leaves, that person, both parties will feel like everything that's happened to them in their life is your responsibility. Especially if one person doesn't have that type of trauma and the other person has more trauma than the other one. And now this person, you're sucking their energy. And then at the end, you're saying, oh, it didn't work out because of our trauma. But now that person gave you hope and healed you. And that person now is stuck with more trauma that they even came into the relationship with. And they can't handle that. So, narcissists, you give them hope. But one thing about when you give people hope, just know, don't expect anything in return. Don't expect nothing in return, because guess what? Once you give them hope and you give them love, or you give them hope, they start to feel like they start to feel like they'll basically forget the words of encouragement that you gave them. their self-esteem starts going up and shit. Like, they start feeling good about themselves because they're like, I really needed that talk. You know what I'm saying? They start feeling good about themselves, but they forget that it was you who brought them up. They'll forget when you give hope onto others, just know they're gonna forget that you're the one who brought hope onto them. They're always gonna forget. Most people, that's just how they're wired. It's like, you know, not everyone, but a lot of people, they'll you know, you'll do something wrong and they'll forget about all the amount of energy and time and money you put into them, and they think that shit is nothing, you know. So here go that dude again. Where your lift at? Thought you ordered a lift. You a lying motherfucker. I'm telling you, y'all. I'm over this. I gotta go. I'm not by myself anymore. But yeah, this is where I end this video. But that's basically what I wanted to come on here and talk about, is just how you give narcissistic people hope, and you know, and really it's being at peace. You know, are you at peace with yourself? And you know, no matter what, a lot of times the empath, you're going to feel at peace with yourself just because you know you did everything you could. You know that you were never malicious, never had ill intent. You know what I'm saying? You could take accountability. Some people can say, oh, I never had ill intent. I never had ill intent. But then when you bring up something they did, they don't want to take accountability. Or when you say something to them, you're telling them the facts and what you saw and what you know. And they're like, no, that's not what it was. No, that's not what that's not what we said. Oh, you know, so people don't take accountability, and then they wonder why they get played. They wonder why they get played. And then a fucking empath gets targeted by a narcissist because they think, oh, you're just like the last person I was with playing stupid. And that person, you know, they had no self-control over themselves. You know, they had no control. Sometimes they didn't even know what loyalty is. So the narcissist always compares you. And that's another thing that, you know, the girl said, even with, she said, even with like coming out of that relationship and her friendships, and how people make things about themselves, you know, she said even in friendships, she, you know, having a Jezebel spirit for a friend, that Jezebel spirit starts to treat you like all her other friends and all the other people she's used and played and manipulated. She'll treat you like you're the same. So you got to think about it. When you give a narcissist hope and they're treating you that way, they're treating you how they've treated other people that gave them hope. And then they got the nerve to talk bad about them with you. So that right there tells you who these people are to their core. Hold on. I thought you were waiting for your lift. You on drugs? You on drugs? You on drugs, huh? Yeah. You acting like you high. Yeah, you like keep walking around me and shit. Alright, y'all. I'm back in the hell out of here. So that's how I'm ending it. Sending you guys lots of love, light, peace. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.